If you are looking for the best GPU for mining, then you are at right place there. Watch this video till end and subscribe to the channel. We have also put links to products in the description. Make sure you have viewed it once. Let's start the video. Number 6. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Super. You don't need the most powerful GPU to make a little mining crypto, and the NVIDIA GTX 1660 Super is a fine example of this. It's got 6 GB of speedy GDDR6 VRAM, a TDP of just 125W, and can comfortably achieve a hash rate of 26 mH/s, all for a low price tag. NVIDIA's GTX 1660 Super is an interesting, unique GPU. It's built on the same Turing architecture as the RTX 20 series of GPU, but it doesn't have dedicated ray tracing cores or fancy features like the DLSS. It's designed to be a budget-friendly graphics card with enough power to handle the latest games at 1080. For mining, the story is the same. You'll find it far down on the earnings chart with a hash rate of just 26 mH/s, but this is a power draw of around 125W, which is great if you live in an area with high electricity costs. Leave this little puppy running continuously, and you'll bag yourself some income to spend or save. Number 5. AMD Radeon RX 580. If you don't have much of a budget to spare on a GPU for crypto mining, fear not, as there are some great cards out there for a low price. The Radeon RX 580 is an old GPU, but it's still capable of hitting 28 mH/s, which makes for a tidy profit. You'll need a good few months to pay off the cost of the card, but then you're set for a trickle of income. AMD Radeon RX 580 is a GPU that may not be near the top of mind for gamers and miners alike, but if you're just wanting to earn a few pennies here and there, this graphics card will do just that without issue. Running an optimized configuration will see a hash rate of around 28 mH/s, which isn't too bad at 185W. That, like other GPU, can be dropped considerably. Crypto mining is all about memory, and having 8 GB of GDDR5 is great for running nice hash and other mining solutions. The rate of return is slow, so don't go buying a bunch of these if you have the expectation that mining earnings will continue at current levels well into the future. Number 4. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 may be from the previous generation of cards, but it's still an excellent GPU for gaming and crypto mining. It's possible to achieve a hash rate of 36 mH/s, which isn't too bad considering the lower cost of these older GPU, as well as the low power draw. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 is a great GPU for gaming, but it's also a great option for value mining rigs. So long as you can locate one at a decent price, you'll be enjoying anywhere up to 40 mH/s for the hash rate, which should bring in considerable passive income with a power draw of around 225W. The best part is, should you choose to stop mining, this GPU can resell at a price that will recuperate your initial investment. But if you fancy building a gaming PC, it will also be able to handle even the more recent collection of PC games. Because it has been around for a while, you can even go one step further with your mining setup and add water cooling with blocks. Number 3. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090. This is it, the big one. The RTX 3090 is the most powerful GPU from NVIDIA's RTX 30 series to date. It has everything you need to create one powerful mining rig. I'm talking a hash rate of 121 mH/s, 24 GB of GDDR6X VRAM, and more than 10,000 CUDA cores for gaming. It's a monster. It's an obvious choice for best performance, but the RTX 3090 from NVIDIA truly is in a class of its own. It's incredible at gaming, pushing boundaries in 4K, and some even mention 8K if you can believe it, and crypto mining. While AMD has undoubtedly cut into NVIDIA's claim to the GPU throne with its Radeon RX 6000 cards, the top-tier option still belongs to Team Green. For gaming, DLSS 2.0 and 2.1 are perhaps some of the most impressive features that come standard with this GPU. It employs dedicated tensor cores to run AI rendering in real time, effectively boosting frame rates while also making frames come out at much higher resolution. Because ray tracing can be detrimental to performance, DLSS is the perfect pairing. The RTX 3090 has some beefy specs for mining, including a whopping 24 GB of GDDR6X VRAM and 10,496 CUDA cores. You could easily pull well into the 3 digits each month, and that's after taking into account electricity, depending on your area. Number 2. AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT. It's not just NVIDIA GPU that are worth buying for cryptocurrency mining. AMD makes some excellent graphics cards like the RX 6700 XT. While it's not quite as good as our RTX 3060 Ti top pick, this card will still be able to push through a hash rate of 47 mH/s with the same 12GB of GDDR6 VRAM. AMD made a large leap with the RDNA GPU like the RX 6700 XT. It's based on a 7nm manufacturing process and makes even the company's own older Radeon cards look ancient and power-hungry. While, again, the RX 6700 XT isn't the latest and greatest from AMD. It's actually one of the best value propositions for crypto mining. It's good enough for 1440 gaming, just like the RTX 3060 Ti, and is very good at mining. While AMD cards miss out on some of the gamer-focused features like DLSS 2.0 and the same level of ray tracing as an NVIDIA GPU, it's mining where this GPU really takes off. Its average hash rate is just shy of 47 mH/s, which isn't far off the 3060 Ti, and these cards are found at considerably lower prices. If you want to start mining, the RX 6700 XT is a worthwhile choice to consider. You could go for the RX 6900 XT, which costs a little more but is capable of a higher frame rate. But the 6700 XT is just such a good value proposition. If you're just starting, this is a good GPU to choose. Number 1. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. It takes a lot for a GPU to be recommended as the best overall choice, but that's precisely what the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti manages to achieve. It has a hash rate of around 60 mH/s once you've optimized everything, and the low 200W TDP makes it easier to manage heat output, as well as enjoy a high level of efficiency. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti is a monster of a graphics card. Usually, we class a $399 GPU as something reserved for budget PC builds or for those who want to enjoy games on 1080p monitor. The 3060 Ti switches all that up. Based on NVIDIA's latest Ampere architecture, this card is wild for both gaming and mining. Despite being priced at somewhat of a bargain, it bests the RTX 2080 Super in raw performance for 1080p and 1440p gaming. That's mighty impressive, and it's likely going to be extremely popular for anyone who's not too interested in 4K gaming. The same goes for mining. Besting the 2080 Super in performance and efficiency, it won't win awards for the highest earnings nor the fastest hash rate. But if you want a stable income per month with relatively low energy costs, this is about as good as you can get. Just watch out for the Founders Edition cards as they have awkward 12-pin PCIe connections.